Well, folks, the worst thing in the world that could have happened to Donald Trump happened to Donald Trump this week. Donald Trump was officially removed from Forbes' list of the wealthiest people in the United States. So according to Forbes, Donald Trump is not considered at all one of the wealthiest people in this country anymore. In fact, Forbes actually says that his net worth is $2.6 billion, down from the $3.2 billion that they valued him at last year. Now, a lot of people think a lot of this has to do with the New York fraud trial, and to a degree, some of it does. Obviously, if he was overinflating his assets, that would overinflate his value. Forbes looks at that and they're like, oh, okay, so these properties are not worth that, so we're going to take it down a notch. But it turns out that the biggest hit against Donald Trump's net worth is none other than his beloved Truth Social. Now, as we know, Truth Social was supposed to be acquired by Digital World Acquisition back in September. That was their deadline. Well, at the very last minute, Digital World shareholders voted to give themselves another year to make the deal final. So they had done the same thing, by the way, last year. Like, well, just one more year and we'll totally get it done. Now they're like, one more year and I swear to God, we're going to get it done this time. And they probably won't. But because that sale hasn't gone through, the value of Truth Social has fallen. And not just Truth Social, by the way, it's Trump's media and technology group that owns Truth Social. The value fell from $730 million to $100 million. So Trump Media and Technology Group lost, according to Forbes, $630 million worth of value because it is effectively worthless. They've underperformed in the number of users. They underperform in engagement. They just don't hold a candle to Twitter, which is now stupidly called X. Even with Elon Musk running it and making all these horrible decisions, Twitter still dominates that market. You know, Meta, Facebook, came out with Threads recently, and that was going to be the new thing, and then that died like after 3 weeks. I mean, it still exists, don't get me wrong, and a lot of people do use it, but after a high, immediately after 3 weeks, it like dropped off. Like horrible, not happening, unfortunately, over on Threads. But even with what's happening with Threads, it's still apparently better than what's happening with Truth Social. But all of that aside, right? Trump not being on that Forbes list of wealthiest Americans is literally the worst thing that could happen to that man in his view. Trump has for years bragged about being on that Forbes list. I mean, let me read you this. While the inclusion or exclusion from a list of the wealthiest Americans is of little tangible importance to anyone, let alone a billionaire former president running for re-election while also facing 91 felony counts, Forbes made note that the list is something Trump has, quote, obsessed over for decades, even, quote, lying to reporters to get himself ranked higher in past years. So this means a lot to him. He loves it. It's bragging rights. It's a boost to his ego that has now been taken away from him. That's one of the big reasons, as I've said, why he's so worked up about this fraud trial in Manhattan, because it shows that he is worth less than what he originally told people. That's a hit to his ego. Falling off the Forbes list is a hit to his ego. That ego is all that man has. And whenever he takes severe beatings like this, that is the worst thing in his mind that could ever happen to him. And he deserves every second of it, by the way. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.